Greetings, entities and guardians, my name is HyperHimes, and I would like to do this cool intro thing that would lead into why I'm making this video, but instead, I want to show you this clip from the Memory Jelly cutscenes from a recent Kicker and OvenBreak story called Time Relic Chaos.
A dinosaur egg? Where? Has it hatched? Shall we crack it open? Hey, you can't do that. It's strange, though. It seems to be prepped up on a lot of the... They seem to be popping up in a lot of these timelines lately. Maybe the age of dinosaurs has come again in some timeline? I'm sure we'll find out with some research.
Yeah. What else do I have to say? It's time to stress out once again because the Kicker and OvenBreak YouTube channel recently released a teaser for the upcoming Kicker and OvenBreak update. Now, if you're new here to watching one of these videos, then here's what we do. First, we describe what the teaser shows within the video, analyze the teaser to see any interesting detail within it, and then finally theorize what we could potentially be seeing within the new Kicker and OvenBreak update. Now, let me just say this right now. I can't stress this enough. There is so much to describe in this teaser, like, out of all, and I mean every single teaser I have ever analyzed over the years, this has to be the most amount of content within it ever. I kid you not. When I say that, if you watch the original video, you can't blink, because if you do, you will miss out on some sort of interesting detail. But before I go ahead and move on to that whole entire ordeal, I need to make sure I state something important because, well, we're on the internet. I need to state that these theories and videos that I present about, the new theories, analysis, and whatever, there's a high likelihood that they're actually not going to appear within the new Kicker and OvenBreak update. The reason why I primarily make these videos is just because they're fun, and also I like to hype up not only myself, but also everyone else who's interested in the actual Kicker and OvenBreak update. But anyway, I have to do this teaser in an interesting way, most likely using screenshots because the scenes are legitimately that intense and fast. They go by so fast, I am not even joking. And you know what? Let's do this interesting. Just to state the speed of how fast this video goes, let's go ahead and describe how the video goes as quickly as possible. Everything's frozen. Pitaya got smacked by Longan. I am. People respect the flames. The essence of. Is Longan doing a spirit bomb? Look at those cute things. They're messing the eyes up. Strength. Does the eye cry like that? Yeah, they're both dead. In the face of overwhelming. Two dragons must face their destiny. Ananas is like, it is only right to accept the outcome. Pitaya is like, we battle until triumph is ours. Pitaya has enough and beats up Ananas. My faith. That new Godzilla film is looking really good. Kicker on OvenBreak. Season 9. Clash of the Dragonkind. Oh, what a nice looking city. Ah, shoot. Okay, I do apologize that you had to see all of that. Anyways, what can we even stem from what the hell we just saw? Well, let me first mention that the last time that we had to deal with a dragon story was all the way back in April and May of 2023, which is basically like a whole year from now. Back then, we dealt with the Tales of the Lotus story revolving around Lotus Dragon Cookie. However, of course, we can't forget about the other two dragons who are victims of what Longan Dragon did, that being Pitaya Dragon Cookie and Ananas Dragon Cookie. However, it's obvious that those two alone can't take on Longan Dragon by themselves. They're easily defeated by Longan as shown in one of the screenshots. Plus, there's actually another problem, and it seems to be with the dragons themselves. For a moment in this video, we can see that the two have different beliefs within their faith. Ananas is quoted saying, it is only right to accept the outcome, while Pitaya says, we battle until triumph is ours. Now, where does this lead the two of them? Well, they both start disagreeing, and then the two of them start fighting each other to try and make one or the other believe in their rival. However, the two need to come to an agreement to help defeat Longan Dragon Cookie. In the Tales of the Lotus storyline, we already know Lotus Dragon Cookie is against Longan Dragon Cookie after having breaching their trust and disrupting their island with some odd Longan machine. All we need now is Pitaya Dragon Cookie and Ananas Dragon Cookie to be on our side, and then maybe somehow convince Lychee Dragon Cookie to also fight, and then maybe there's a chance of defeating Longan Dragon Cookie. But with that being said, how will the story continue on from where we last left off? Well, just like how Lotus Dragon Cookie had her things settled after Longan Dragon Cookie awakened, Pitaya Dragon Cookie and Ananas Dragon Cookie had things to settle as well, with the both of them attempting to fight Longan Dragon. However, he's definitely way too strong for them, and they can't seem to get the job done as the both of them start to retreat. This could happen during or after the events of Tales of the Lotus story, which personally, I want to say that it happens after for a certain reason. One of the sub-stories from Tales of the Lotus has Gingerbrave stating, we can't just leave Lotus Dragon Cookie, we should find a way to stop Longan Dragon Cookie. We may be smaller and weaker than the dragons, but there must be something we can do. After he says that, I'm sure that the group either splits up or tries to find each dragon one at a time, unknowing of their disagreements on the matter. And personally, I'm pretty sure it's going to be the former since we're talking about both Pitaya and Ananas in this update. The reason why they disagree is because Pitaya Dragon doesn't like the feeling of being ruled over. Because of this, Pitaya Dragon needs to make sure that they defeat Longan Dragon to reclaim power. However, Ananas was always a dragon who was praised by cookies from the Dragon Isles, and knows what it's like to be worshipped. They never even thought about defying the worship of Longan Longan Dragon Cookie because they know how much stronger Longan Dragon is. This is why they never wanted to really fight Longan Dragon, because they knew they couldn't do it. However, hopefully with all the cookies' helps, and most likely obtaining a new form much like how Lotus Dragon Cookie has, maybe the two are capable of seeing eye to eye and will be able to be one step closer to stopping Longan Dragon Cookie from turning a world into an age of dinosaurs. Now, here's something really interesting. Normally this would be the part of the video where I talk about the new cookie. However, if I'm being honest, that's not really looking like the case. I mean, think back to the details of the Lotus update. We had Pine Dino Cookie released as a playable character for the first half, but for the second half of the update, we was just dedicated to buffing Lotus Dragon Cookie by giving them not only 2 costumes, but also a magic candy as well. So personally, I think the same thing is going to happen, but instead, we're most likely just going to be receiving no new cookies. Instead, we're going to be receiving buffed versions of both Pitaya Dragon Cookie and Ananas Dragon Cookie. This means they'll most likely be receiving new costumes, a magic candy, and most likely new trials to hone their new skills in. However, I still think that there's going to be a new treasure released, so for a prediction, I want to believe that it's some sort of a dragon egg of sorts that slowly hatches, and once hatched, a baby dragon pops out and destroys obstacles on the screen for points, while also dropping eggshell jellies to collect for points. And the only reason why I say dragon egg is because, well, that was kind of the link between the last update with the Time Relic Chaos where they mentions, oh wow, dinosaurs? Maybe in an alternate timeline they come out. And this seems to be that timeline. I know it seems like I'm going off a limb, but you know what? I'm desperate, okay? Now, of course, we can't forget talking about costumes, and we actually have a few hints in regards to what we might get. I'll talk more about this in just a moment, but Cookie Run has been releasing these teaser images on their Twitter account for things that they're releasing within the update. They did this a few times before, but they released a teaser for potential costumes we'll be getting. Interestingly enough, we have 3 cookies and what I think are 2 pets, which might be new legendary grade pets, considering the pets that Pitaya Dragon Cookie and Ananas Dragon Cookie has are only both epic grades. However, for the cookies, I want to think that we're getting a Malasauce costume because I could see the mace she's holding, a Night Cookie costume because I could see his sword, and lastly a Dinosaur costume primarily because it's the only other cookie I could see getting one, along with other people who predicted this. I personally would love to see all of these costumes come to light. Finally, let's talk about a few things we'll be seeing within the new update itself. Now, I'm not sure if this new story with Pitaya and Ananas is going to have its own dedicated game mode, or it's going to stick within the Ginger Brave's Tale story within the main story mode. It's most likely going to be the former, but when are they ever going to touch the story mode again? That is a legitimate question. I honestly do wonder if they'll do a cookie mastery for both Ananas and Pitaya. However, I can guarantee a treasure mastery and meet the treasure event for the new treasure being released. Let's talk about the current teasers we've been seeing on their Twitter account. Firstly, D7, which seems like something we'll be seeing within the story of the 2 dragons, which has a bunch of plebs bowing down to Pitaya Dragon Cookie. Next is D6, where we'll be seeing most likely a return to the valuable loot boxes like we've been seeing for the recent special season popcorn boxes, the 7th anniversary wish boxes, and the season 7 juice bar boxes. D5 has costumes, and I've already said my piece on this, so we can just move on from that. D4 is really interesting. I know it just looks like some sort of an island or something, but I'm pretty sure this is an aged dinosaur skull. However, it's what was captioned with this post that makes it more crazy. It says, "Get ready for a new Breakout episode," which is insane that we'll basically be receiving a new long Breakout episode to run through. I know we've received one for the new Jellywood movie set, but that was only 3 cookies long, so this time we'll likely see one that revolves around running with up to 10 cookies or more. New daily gifts are going to be given out, a new jelly set is going to be available for purchase, expensive pet costumes considering we're dealing with 2 new legendary pets, and lastly, there's also going to be a coupon code for Rainbow Cubes revealed at the end of the update reveal video. Now lastly, I need to make sure at the end of all these videos, everyone knows this. Complete any events that can give you any sort of type of loot before the update arrives, because when it comes, they're gone for good. But anyways, with that being said, what do you think about this new update, and what do you think about the things that I theorize? Do you think some of the things that I said might be right, or do you think that I'm actually insane and probably deserve to be locked up? Because honestly, I'm really wondering if that's the case at this point. But also, with that being said, be sure to comment down below what you want to see within this new update and what you're expecting to see and what you're excited to see, because I'm pretty curious about your feedback. But for now, if you enjoy the video, then please be sure to leave a like on it, and also share the video with your friends if you enjoy my Cookie Run content, and if you enjoy my content in general, then subscribe, and also hit the bell icon to be notified of whatever I do in the future. Also, down below in the description, you'll see links to all of my social media, including a Twitter post where if it gets 10,000 likes, I can get the Cookie Run YouTube stuff for absolutely free. There's also a link to my Discord server called the Hypebeast Hub, a link to my merchandise where you can buy stuff to represent the channel, and lastly, a link to my Ko-fi where for just $1 a month, you can see exclusive content that you wouldn't normally see in this normal YouTube channel. And above all else, I will see you entities and guardians in the next video. Hail the Hype Knees.